Perhaps one of the most important things that I have learned that is a benefit when you're dealing with vision loss, or let's just be honest, life in general, is to develop a good sense of humor because it will serve you well. So, I mean, if you think about it, life is kind of funny. Like everyday life, there's situations that come up that are pretty hysterical. So, if you factor in vision loss to your life, you're going to have some pretty embarrassing moments. And as soon as you are able to look at them with laughter instead of mortification, well, you might be mortified for a moment, but the better off you're going to be. So let me tell you, here's an example of what my life can look like sometimes. So before we moved to the Tri-Cities area in Bristol, I was teaching anatomy and physiology at a community college, and I loved the night classes because I usually got the older serious students, and so I love the night classes. Well, I was still driving a little bit at that time in my life, but I could no longer safely drive at night. So I would teach my class and probably get done between 9:30 and 10, let my husband know I was ready, and he would come in the drive up. It had like a circle drive up, and he would pick me up. So I was standing out there one night, and I've got my roller book bag, like it's packed full of books, and I got my purse on my arm, and the SUV pulls up in the circle, and I grab my stuff up in my arms. And you know how you are when you're all like bundled down. I open the door and like one swoop, I go into the SUV with my book bag and my purse, and I turn and I said, "Hey, honey." And as I turned and looked, it's not my husband. It's another man that I've never seen. And I have jumped in the SUV with this man. And he's looking, and I don't know which one of us were more startled. And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were my husband." So I quickly made an exit out of there. So, I mean, you could easily feel sorry about that, or there's a time in my life where I was devastated over these kind of mistakes, but it doesn't really help to get devastated. I mean, yes, of course, I couldn't see well enough to recognize my own car or my husband, but that's funny. So if you can get to the point, and trust me, I'm going to talk you through my journey. I didn't get to this point quickly. It took me a while to get here, but I am a much better, happier person for it. So if we can just interject humor into our lives, it just will benefit us and everyone around us so much, so much.